But welcome, guys, to Donkey Kong Country Returns. I decided to do a replay. I haven't done a replay through since, well, debating like short ones, but I haven't done a longer, like a multi-session stream since Banjo-Tooie was. I can't remember, but I decided to do a replay through. I wasn't sure what I was gonna replay through for a bit, like as far as my next replay through. But this game, I'm like, you know what? I haven't played this game since it first came out back in what, 2009? 2008? I think 2009, I think. So, as of right now, it's probably my either least favorite or second least favorite Donkey Kong Country, next to the first one. But that doesn't mean it's bad, and I'm curious if it like is better than I'm remembering. It's just like when I first played it, I really enjoyed it, but then when I played the Tropical Freeze, it's just so much better. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how I feel going into this. This is not going to be 100%. I'm probably not going to worry about the Kong letters. I'm just going to play through it because it's compared to the original games, the second, these and Tropical Freeze are both pretty long. I mean, they're not super long, but they're way longer than the original. Like, for sure, you can beat the original ones in like an hour or two. These ones are like more like 10 times, or not 10 times, but I don't know, like 6 times as much. Like, it's way more, it's way longer. So I'd rather not do 100% personally. We'll see how, if it goes fast, maybe I'll do a few of the extra levels, but yeah, I wanted to replay this. I know I was going to do Sakuna. I still do want to do Sakuna, but I don't know. I've been doing a lot of indie games. I wanted to do this instead, see what if people would want to watch it. We do have, upcoming, because Shadow Mario XLI in our Discord server is doing a trivia on Friday. I will not be streaming Friday. If I do stream this week, I may do something Saturday. I just don't know what. But otherwise, Monday, I'll be doing a guest Name That Game Tune with Darth Bowser. It's his Name That Game Tune, so come check that out. Otherwise, be more of this next Wednesday, and Friday we'll finish up Dragon's Curse. I have a whole schedule for the tentative schedule for the month down below. I also plan on playing Metroid Other M. I know that game is not liked. I have not played it. It's blind. So this isn't me being like, oh my god, I love this game, I want to replay it. No, I have not played it before. It's on my backlog. So if you want to see, like, and keep in mind too, Metroid isn't even my favorite franchise, so that could either be a blessing or a curse when it comes to this game. I do know some stuff because people talk about it, so it's hard not to know some stuff, but as far as the actual game itself, I think I played the very beginning and not much else, so I'm very curious to see how that goes. Plus, I had to pair Donkey Kong with Metroid because it's a tradition. I got the 3DS version for free too. I think it was with Club Nintendo, Grim. I think it was one of those promotions. I think what it was I think there was 1 year for Club Nintendo where they had a promotion for like, usually they have the yearly like platinum rewards, and I think the platinum rewards for 1 year were like just pick a game, and like all the games on there, I think this is what it was. I had to double check, but I think I had all the other games, so I just picked this one. So I do own this for 3DS. I didn't play it on 3DS because, like, I didn't like not having the motion for the roll, and also it's on the 3DS. It just doesn't look as good, but it does have new content. I do own it. I just never have beaten it on the 3DS. No, there's not gonna be no deaths. True gamers can't beat DKC1 and 100% in less than an hour. I mean, 100% DKC1 is just not fun. Like, DKC1 is just not worth going for the secrets, I feel. But yeah, and for anyone that's like, Mega, I want to see Sakuna, I will play Sakuna. I don't know who actually wants to watch it, and that's the thing. And I don't know. I think what I want to do is I want to make Sakuna a Sunday game. I think that's the thing, is Wednesday's usually my highlighter lately, like the big game. So I kind of want to make Sakuna a more like Sunday comfy game. That's kind of what I want to make. But I also have named that game tune a bunch, so I kind of have to like, I want to use up a lot of my one-offs this month, and then maybe make Sakuna be more like a March thing. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get started. If everything is good, everything looks good. Hopefully I don't have frame drops tonight. Hopefully Twitch be nice to me. Alright, so I've beaten this file. I don't know why. Is that like, does that signify I did it with co-op? Like, but you can play it without co-op. I think I did like play like some levels with co-op around. Are these all taken? I guess they are. So I guess we want to erase one. Let's just erase game 3. Yes. My thought is that this game will only take 2 sessions, but it could take 3. So that the schedule is tentative because this could take 3 sessions. I mean, I could, but I hate doing that. I know that was a joke, but we have Ori to play as well, but alright, so this game, like, obviously was made by Retro Studios, their first game after Metroid Prime, or after doing the Metroid Prime series, and they kind of, I don't know if it was because, also, is it too loud, guys, or is it still good? It is a cutscene, though, to be fair. I don't know if it was because of they thought nobody liked the Kremlings, but they basically just made new characters for this. Or just do their own thing, but everything still look good? If a bit quiet. It's really loud on. I mean, I can up it if need be. What's anyone else think? DK is too stupid to be hypnotized. The sound effects are a bit loud. That's what I'm noticing. I guess here's the question, is should I turn it up a bit? I guess I should turn it up a little bit. Okay, hang on. I'm just looking at the sound bar. It's at 22 now. Is that a bit better? I mean, we don't want to make it overly loud. Not that I think this game's... not that I think this game's soundtrack is anything incredible, because it's just a remix of the first game's soundtrack. For the most part. Alright, let me know if the sound is good. We can always adjust it. So, the weird thing with this game, and this is honestly really weird, you have this whole blowing mechanic, which I probably am not going to be doing much because I don't really care about secrets too much for this, again, because I'm going to do it pretty fast. But it's really weird that that's a thing. Like, I wonder if it wasn't originally supposed to be for the 3DS originally, if that was the original plan. I don't know, but it's just so weird that blowing is a mechanic here. Or if it was going to use Wii Speak or something, but... So, the basic controls are you roll with shaking the Wiimote, one will grab and also allow you to run, D-pad lets you move. If you shake the Wiimote when you're not doing anything, you can just ground pound, and if you hold down and shake it, you can blow on dandelions. Because, yeah, that's just a thing. No, I know they remade it for the 3DS, but I'm just like it's weird that blowing is a mechanic here. You know what I mean? Like, why did they decide to make that a mechanic? It's just a weird choice because there's no microphone. Like, you would think... Okay, how is the music? Is the music too loud? Like, this is a good test to see if it's actually good right now. But you would think that if they're gonna have blowing, they would make it, you know, something that had a mic. With pulling and tropical freeze, yeah. Which made more sense, honestly. Well, no, I'm not disagreeing with you on that, Summer. But why blowing? That's what I'm not saying there's an issue with them having that be a mechanic that he can interact with the background. That's fine. That makes some sense. Why blowing? That's what I don't understand. Why was that what they went with? What? I was not hitting him. I have no idea, just not, like, I don't know, blowing seems to be more a microphone thing. So I'm gonna assume we're good on the music then, guys, because I didn't get a response, but no one's complaining about being too loud, so... I'm doing secrets for this level, but only because we're warming up. I'm probably gonna, like, ignore most of the stuff once we get going here. I should get that, because why not? So, the thing about DKC Returns compared to the original game is that its controls are actually different. Donkey Kong is way heavier, I would say. Like, even in the original game, like, he's heavier than Diddy, sure. But even in the original game, he's... Do I need to... No, I don't need to shake. Okay. Even in the original game, he's not that much heavier than Diddy, really, in terms of actual weight. He is decidedly very heavy here. And, it really makes the combo, like, because Diddy rides on your back, it makes the partners... That's the big difference, I think, between this and the classic games. Because in the classic games... if you die, you just use the other Kong. Here, Diddy is like your enhancement. He's more like, it's more like Banjo-Kazooie in a way. Or not Banjo-Kazooie, well it is, but like what's the example of, there's another game where you like get, oh, it's Ukulele. It's like Ukulele in the, well this came out before that, but it's like that, right? In that like, well I mean, that also is just basically this, so. I don't know what game came out before that that did this before, but it enhances your current character. Diddy makes it so you can roll more, and you can also fly. You have a whole fly mechanic, and they took that even further in Tropical Freeze, because they have Dixie, who's just better than everyone. I mean, Summer, the better alternative is pooling, which they did in Tropical Freeze. I didn't give it a better alternative because they already did give a better alternative. There you go. So the big thing with this game is, the main collectibles are puzzle pieces, which are just for like dioramas and stuff for the most part, I believe. And then the K and O and G letters actually net you they net you like access to extra levels. They're actually useful in this game. Now, like, for me, unlike the other Donkey Kong games, I never really cared about getting 100% in this per se. I've definitely poked around for secrets, but I feel like getting 100% in this game definitely matters less, to me at least. So that's why I'm not gonna probably go for that stuff. Well, and this is the thing, for co-op, this is debatably not good. I think the co-op for this is like, in some respects it's good, but in the other respects it's like really hard because you're basically playing as two separate characters. If you're Diddy, you're gonna be totally different weight class than normal single player, and you're gonna be split from Donkey Kong, which makes it so the Donkey Kong player is just gonna have a harder time. On top of like both having issues with bumping into each other and stuff. So it's very interesting. I feel like if you play this game, both this and Tropical Freeze co-op, I don't know if you're gonna have a totally different experience either way. There's not a secret up there? I swear there would be. You're gonna have a totally different experience compared to this game. DK King of Kling. I mean, I'm sure they were making that pun on purpose. Really? We should really stop with the, if we want to get anywhere, we really should just ignore the secrets. I do like this grass mechanic. Now, when this game came out, it looked, like, amazing. And, I mean, it still looks good, but, like, you could tell it's a Wii game. Like, it still really holds up, but, like, it's not HD, obviously. And the pig is a checkpoint because reasons. I have no idea why there's a checkpoint pig. I think to some extent why I never what I like about the original games is if you play the levels normally, they're fast paced, and here I think it's the same thing, but there's definitely a mentality of like, because I felt this way with Splatoon, right? Splatoon and Splatoon 2 have like one secret scroll or something, or there's like some stuff you can find in the level, and trying to find those is just it takes the fun out of the level for me. Because it's basically just like, look, check every nook and cranny. Oh wait, hang on, I'm doing this wrong. Check every nook and cranny and hope that there's a secret in that cranny. And, to me, it really illustrates, like, there's a point where that gets too much, you know what I mean? Like, if you're literally breaking the flow of the level just to look for every secret, I can get why that can be obnoxious to people. I don't think DKC3, I know a little bit does that. I don't think it does it to the point where it annoys me. Splatoon does, because the levels are so simple and fast-paced to the point where it's like, I don't know, just something about it makes it more obnoxious. Than if you, I don't need anything right now. It makes it more obnoxious than if you just were playing the level normally. Like, I'm not saying every secret should be on the way, but like, I think for me, there are definitely some puzzle pieces in this game that are a little bit too hidden, and it makes it feel like with the dandelions, you have to literally stop every 2 seconds just to check something. And I don't feel like DKC3 ever did that. In this game, like, literally, there's a dandelion or something, like, every 2 seconds, and it's like, okay, I gotta stop, blow, then keep going, and that kind of stuff I don't really appreciate that as much. I think it's, I think it can go a little bit too heavy on that at times. But at the same vein, because the puzzle pieces are less important, it's not really as big a deal because they're just bonuses. You know what I mean? They're easy enough to say, whatever, skip them. And the KONG, to be fair, the stuff that actually does unlock levels, those are not usually ultra hidden typically. No, this is why this is exactly why the Yoshi games are bad. Because this is why I don't like Woolly World at all. Because in Woolly World, it does make you feel like you need to get all of the collectibles, and all the collectibles are done in that way. On top of that, dying is super unforgiving when it comes to that game. How are you supposed to... Can you roll it? No, how are you supposed to do that? I guess you're supposed to jump ahead of time. You just don't get enough height here. No, whatever, I get Ramby. I do like looking for stuff, but like Yoshi's Island is so much better when you just say screw 100% for Yoshi's Island. Like, it's just way more satisfying just to play the game without having to be stressed about looking for everything, getting all of the okay, wait, yeah, I can. Hang on. Looking for everything, getting all of the collectibles, not dying enough. Like, it's very it's a much better way of playing the game, I feel. And the original's not too bad about it, but like Woolly World turns it up to 11, and I cannot stand how much stuff is in that game. And to be fair, Epic Yarn also has that, but the difference is Epic Yarn as a game doesn't make you die, and it isn't as annoying to like want to poke around the level, you know what I mean? Whereas Woolly World, not only is Yoshi controlled a little different in a way that I don't prefer, he's a little I want to say stiff, but I don't know if that's correct. But not only is that a problem, but also it makes you repeat a lot. Like if you were trying to get a secret and you died, you'd have to repeat a lot of the stuff. There's no like there's less checkpoints than you'd like. And there's a lot of repeating stuff. I think in this game, if you collect a puzzle piece, you just keep a puzzle piece. That's not the case in Woolly World. In Woolly World, if you collect something and you die, you gotta go recollect that. And that is hell. There is nothing I hate more nowadays than having to redo stuff that I've already perfected. It is obnoxious. There are, you know, at least at a certain point, it becomes too much. It's also why I don't like Donkey Kong Country as much from a completionist standpoint, right? Because Donkey Kong Country's, and I can respect it in that Donkey Kong Country 1's collectibles are pretty inconsequential, but like all of them are just basically check every nook and cranny for like a random bonus, and like that's like just not fun. And it's partly why I like 3, because 3's levels are very short and simple. And because of that, finding its secrets aren't too much of a hassle, and it's consistent. There's always 2 bonuses, there's always coin. 2, I think, is in the right direction, but I'm pretty sure that whether there's 2 or 3 bonuses is kind of up in the air, which makes it a little less good. Because you could be like, oh, I got my 2 bonuses, and like, oh wait, no, there was a 3rd one. I mean, might as well go for the KONG when I can, but... Well, that sucks. It's kind of weird, too. Like, this game was like, oh, we're bringing back the minecarts. Like, Donkey Kong never really got rid of minecarts. But also, the original Donkey Kong Country didn't really have that many minecarts, honestly. Like, what do they have for minecarts? They had the first minecart stage, and then I think maybe one more? That was it. They didn't have many. But, like, it's become like, oh, it's a staple to have minecarts, and I'm like, I don't know if that was ever really true. No, that was... Yeah, there's rocket barrels, and there's the roller coasters in 2. But like, or not the rocket barrel, sorry, the rocket barrel is there, but there is the ski, whatever, the toboggan levels in 3. And then obviously DK64 had minecarts as well. But like, I feel like the barrel blasting, sure, is definitely a staple of Donkey Kong. But how many minecart levels are there in the... Oh my lord! I need to focus apparently, because I can't do this. It is 2 minecarts, yeah. Which to me does not a staple make. I don't know, I guess because that level stands out in people's mind. But... And I guess because it's like the only different type of level? But like, you could argue, there's like 2 stages that involve that conveyor belt too. Why was that never considered a Donkey Kong staple? Yeah, so you keep the... See, that's the thing. If you're going to have a game with collectibles, you should always make it so that once you collect it, you don't need to recollect it. Something with the KONG is fine, because again, they're usually just platforming stuff, but if you have to go out of your way to find a secret, it should never be something that you have to recollect, I feel. In any game, not just like Donkey Kong. Two and 1, 3 and 2, and 2 and 3. There is definitely more than 2 toboggan levels in 3, isn't there? Maybe not. I swear there's like 3. Yeah, no, that's why when I replayed Banjo-Kazooie on the N64 recently, I was like, this is hell. Like, this is awful with the collecting notes. And like, I get it, like, you could argue, well, there's a better version that's came out, but, like, it's hard not to say that, like, the people who love Banjo-Kazooie, it's like, yeah, but and they agree the no collecting is bad, but, like, it's not even just bad, it ruins the game for me going back and playing it, because it basically is just infuriating. You have to play perfectly, otherwise you're just gonna have a bad time. And... It almost makes the game unplayable and it's part of why Kid Me never really beat it because of that aspect. But I love Banjo-Tooie. That was the actual bonus. Does Tropical Freeze bring back these bonus style stages, or it does, right? I know this game did because this is basically a reimagining of the first Donkey Kong Country. And Donkey Kong Country was big on like, hey, here's this bonus stage, and the bonus stages were not like how they are in 2 and 3. They were more like just collect stuff and then get a reward. But yeah, I can't think of like, is there a good reason to make you have to recollect a collectible that's out of the way? Like, I don't think there's... I get, again, some games for platforming, it does make sense to have it so that, you know, to have a challenge, you make you do, like, more than one thing in a go. So you have to, like, not just do it once, but you have to, like, do it as a sequence. I get that. But there is a point where it's like, okay, but... there are some points where it's just like too much. It's too much. Yeah, I like how this whole game too is like, we're in 3D now, bitches. Watch us like use the foreground, which is neat. It is neat. It does make the game very dynamic, and I would argue, how is that an instant death? I don't care if it's on fire. It does make it very good. It's very good, and Tropical Freeze takes it even further. Now, when I played this game in college, I felt like it was even longer than like this is apparently like 12 hours at most. And it felt longer than that, but it could have been just I sucked at the game, maybe. That's always a factor. Did I like make the level explode yet? Maybe? Like, what do you find is exploding? Also, hey, Salas. I mean, I miss a lot of things in that level. But you don't, they're just bonus levels. I don't need to get the bonus levels. I told you this in the beginning. I wasn't going to get the bonus levels. Well, does Diddy not count as an extra hit in this game? For the mine carts, that is? Like, obviously for the regular levels. So I like how most of the bosses in this game are just normal animals. And then you have this thing. Like, what is this supposed to be? It's like most of the ones are like, let's just have normal animals that got hypnotized. And then they're like, oh yeah, but no, we have this weird thing. Which I guess, like, maybe they were planning on having it be an actual, a bunch of, like, creative monsters, but they just decided, no, let's do regular animals afterwards. I have no idea. He's also not hard. I think 2 has way harder bosses in this game. Because I remember the boss of World 2 in Tropical Freeze is way, way hard. Even the boss of 1 is pretty hard. This boss is literally just hit his butt. This is not a normal lizard. This is definitely a weird Pokemon creature. Yeah, no, I do like that aspect, Salas. I never get how to, like, do multi-hits on these things. I guess I time it wrong all the time, but I've never gotten multi-hits on these creatures. What do you mean by the key? You have to have the KONG letters to get the key, don't you? Am I wrong? What do the KONG do then? Or is there a secret level with KONG and then there's also the key level? Is that how it works? I mean, I guess I'll do the key, because why not? Okay, so we'll do the key levels, I guess. Also, because I think the key levels are good, because I think if this is what I think it is, it's a good level. Okay, yeah, this is very much a good level. I know this is probably not as incredible now, but like when I played this, oh my, I love this art style so much. Hang on, I want this. Oh yeah, these weird bushmen. I gotta like, hang on. I need to like time it when he jumps, but I hate these weird bushmen. Ow, I screwed that up. There we go. I will give that, as much as I don't mind the shaking, like for when you're playing, shaking to like break to ground pound stuff does break the flow a bit more. The shaking while rolling is not that bad though. Here's the thing. I don't want this to be a... Guys, I'm not going to make this 100% playthrough because otherwise I'm going to be doing this for... I'm going to be on this game forever. Do you want me to just play nothing but Donkey Kong Country Returns forever? Because there's some hard levels in here later on. I mean, it's not like I will avoid secrets per se if I find one, but I'm not gonna go out my way to get every secret. I don't like these crabs. I don't know. They make weird noises. They're happy. Secret. There's a bonus. Are you happy? Are you entertained? This isn't really a bonus level. This is weird because it's not really a bonus level. It is and it isn't. You read the word content? I can get that to some extent, I guess. Summer would want me to just never play any, like, just want me to just do a 24/7 stream. And no, I did not misspeak there. I used to get all that. Probably by being good, I guess, but... I think Tropical Freeze's levels are definitely longer than this game. Because these levels aren't too bad, lengthwise. Really? Really? I don't even need the O, I just... I kind of want it because it's not hard to get. There we go. I assume water is instant death. Because I believe in Tropical Freeze they allowed you to, like, swim, but I believe in this game it is not. You cannot swim. Yeah, you miss, like, there's the one level where you, like, yeah, a bunch of pillars get knocked down. The true ending in this is like what? Just like he finds a fruit temple and jumps with, like, there's no real ending to this. Like the true ending has no real ending. I don't know if it changes in the 3DS version, but like it's not really like story-wise it matters. It's not like you discover, oh, actually Donkey Kong is Diddy Kong's father, or some like plot twist or anything like that. It's just weird. I screwed up. Well, also because David Wise did not do the soundtrack. David Wise did the soundtrack for Tropical Freeze, and he has a penchant for just reusing songs. I like Tropical Freeze's soundtrack a lot. It's very good. But it's also like, just let's reuse songs to soundtrack. Some that you don't even realize are remixes because he remixed them from the GBA soundtrack, which, to be fair, it actually fits the levels this time, but... Not that there's anything wrong with making a remix soundtrack. Like, this soundtrack is a remix soundtrack, to be fair. There's only a few new songs in this game. I mean, this is one of them, but like, once we get into the meat of this game, most of the songs are just, oh yeah, this is from the first game. Okay, I'm not getting every banana. I got most of the bonuses in that level. You can't even yell at me and be like, but you didn't get the bananas. Q appreciates me not getting the bananas. How are we gonna make banana cream pie? You just make cream pie. Wait, actually no. You know what? Never mind. Ignore what I said. How do I even do this? Do I need to get the DK barrel? That's not how you throw a barrel. Oh, we're not getting that puzzle piece then. Oh god. Oh god. I think you have to like... You have to like roll and jump up there. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Oh no, you do it from this end. Hang on, you do it from this end. Are you supposed to get the K? This is how, okay. Or not, because I can't get up there. Okay, there we go. Sound is still good, guys. Everything sounds good. Everything looks good. There's no frame drops. There, I destroyed the level. You happy? That wasn't the background, to be fair, but... I mean, I do really appreciate... When I was in college, we would do, like, projects in the computer lab, right? Like, and, we'd be able to play music. And I remember this was one of the soundtracks that I would listen to. And I think now, like, I probably wouldn't. I don't think the soundtrack is as good as but, like, at the time, it was, like, pretty amazing. I think Tropical Freeze is much better, but that, like, came out, way after college for me. Because Tropical Freeze came out in 2014, and I was out of college for like at least 2 years plus at that point. I had that. This isn't a remix of anything, is it? Yeah, my thing is are the sound effects too loud, guys? There's no way to turn down the sound effects, unfortunately, it looks like. Okay. It's hard to tell because, like, I'm wearing headphones, so for me, like, it's way louder than probably maybe it actually is. Can I even buy the key right now? Yes. Actually, I guess you have to buy the key right now, though. Or no, I guess you don't have to. I mean, I could just ignore the key levels, but typically the key levels are pretty fun, so... I'm not going to be doing the temple levels, probably. I mean, worst case is I have a full file. I could just play those levels on my own. Oh, right. First Rocket Barrel level. Best song in the game. I know I'm off, like, I'm ahead or behind, whatever. It's a good song. Also, these sharks are amazing looking. I love the design of the sharks. It's weird because this song distinctly does not feel like the rest of the soundtrack. The rest is very like low-key tribal style music or like remixes of the original soundtrack, and then you got this bombastic song just randomly smattered in. Ow, that went too high. I blame Summer. I shouldn't even try to go for the puzzle piece. It wasn't worth it. This is also just Flappy Bird. Before Flappy Bird was a thing. Like, how you control it is just that. Somewhat. I mean, also, this type of game has existed for, like, since ever, so... Also, remember Flappy Bird? That was a thing. I totally forgot that was a segment, honestly. First try. What puzzle piece did I miss? Did I miss one? Also, it wasn't really first try, but whatever. Basically first try. So how's everyone been doing tonight? Anything cool happening? Super Bowl's this weekend. Don't order pizza this weekend. It's not worth the hassle because everyone's gonna be ordering pizza. But like, I feel like that's a good night. Like, regardless of whether or not you care about the Super Bowl, I think it's a good night just to have bad food. Like, it's a good bad food night. Oh, he's not. No wait, is that's 9? He's 9. I know nothing about the E series. It's an RPG, right? Or am I wrong on that? But yeah, like so here's a good topic. What is your favorite, like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say junk food because it's not really what I mean. Like, 'cause junk food, you think of like chips and stuff. Well, like, what's your favorite, like, I guess, appetizer food? Like, you know, when you go to a restaurant and they're like, oh, we have the chili cheese fries or something like that. Like, and, but I would count pizza and wings in that as well, too. I guess I hate to say sports food because, like, they can be for a lot of events, but you know what I mean, like potato skins, mozzarella sticks, those kind of foods. That's what I'm talking about. Those kind of foods. What's your favorite of those? Like, what's your favorite, like, this is not good for me food? I used to like potato wedges. They're fine. I don't know. Potato wedges are like they're hit or miss. Like, I don't really. Because the thing is, I mean, there is cheese in it too. Like, well, I guess the question is, what's your favorite cheese food? Because most of them involve cheese. But oh yeah, here's a remix to Aquatic Ingredients. I think my thing with potato skins is, I guess I just expect more of them. They're good, but they're not like, they don't change your life or anything, I feel. Not that cheese sticks do, but it's a very, like, it's not a rich flavor with potato skins. I guess it depends on what kind of potato skins you make, though. Yeah, I gotta focus on this section. I love these dodo birds. Cheese curds? See, that's okay, but that's a Midwest thing. I don't think I've ever had cheese curds. Like, what are, they're just cheese chunks, right? Or am I wrong on that? Yeah, guilty pleasure food. That's the best way to put it. Cheesy bread? But, like, okay, by cheesy bread, you don't mean, like, garlic bread, right? You mean, like, bread with cheese in it, right? Like, what about, like, breadsticks with cheese in them? Does that, like, count as cheesy bread to you, or batter fried cheese bits? Yeah, I mean, that's basically just mozzarella sticks. Yeah, I guess if you dip them in stuff. Like, a lot of these kind of foods, right, the dip is as important as the food itself, right? Like mozzarella sticks by themselves are fine. Mozzarella sticks with marinara sauce is much better, though. Oh hey, the animals. Nah, we lost the end. Oh well. I got the G though. I could get cheesy bread. I mean, I think it's a texture thing, right? Like, mozzarella sticks are basically that, but they're breaded. So it's like, do you prefer breading or do you prefer bread? And I think I could see I see the appeal of both depending on your mood. Hey, SM, you're missing the topic of what's your favorite bad food? What's your favorite guilty pleasure food? It's a very relevant topic. Relevant topic for people who should be playing Ring Fit. I didn't play Ring Fit this week. I haven't played it since I beat it, but that's in part because there was so much snow this week. I mean, probably not compared to other places, but for me there was a lot of snow to have to deal with, and I got wiped out from doing the shoveling. Not that I don't know. Like, shoveling's not real. It isn't exercise. Well, like, I definitely, like, I was sweating during it, like lifting the snow, so I think it kind of counts, but I was very sore after doing, because, like, one of the things is the plow that we have, that goes down the street, it blocks in your driveway, so you have to, like, clear it out. And that was one of the issues, is that I had to do a lot of that yesterday, and I was like, oh crap, like, this is... It's way heavier than I was expecting it to be, because it's very wet snow, very wet and heavy snow that we got. Alright, this level. Or maybe it's not this level, maybe this is just a precursor to the level I'm thinking of. I would count chicken wings. I think chicken wings go in that vicinity, personally. Yeah, this is not the level I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one where you hide behind the rocks. I think that's the, or maybe that's the Tropical Freeze, but I think that's in the, later on. Or no, maybe it is this level. Can we stop running into stuff? What is with them in having an octopus be in both Tropical Freeze and this game? They just really like the idea of octopuses. This level I also think is pretty hell if you're playing multiplayer. This one or the next one. What about, not quesadillas, but what's, taquitos? Taquitos count in that category, too. Or mini tacos. I mean, a lot of this stuff goes good with blue cheese, but not so much like I like chicken wings obviously go good with blue cheese. Pizza also goes good with blue cheese. Like stuff with like a marinara sauce in it is good with blue cheese, but not so much like, obviously not like, you don't want to have cheese, mozzarella sticks with blue cheese. God. I need Diddy back. Diddy, like, just not having Diddy in this game is so much worse. Though I think compared to, like, Ukulele and the Impossible Lair, I think you can get away with Donkey Kong. In the other game, I feel like not having Lele in that game, because the way the roll works in that game, like, it's even more vital, I feel. I don't know if I can get up there. Maybe if I go like this. Hang on. No, I don't. I guess I need Diddy for that. I have never had calamari. Well, here's the thing. What else do you even dip buffalo wings into, I feel? Okay, I need to get one of those guys. I feel like sushi is more healthy, though, to be fair, than... Or healthy relative compared to, like, other things. I'm not gonna say sushi is super healthy, but it's healthier than, like, pizza, probably. See, no, like, I like ranch dressing. I would never dip... Like, I know my brothers like ranch dressing on pizza. I think it's... But, like, I would never dip chicken wings in ranch. Like, no way. I guess we'll go do this one. Oh, did you actually go to Okinawa? I've never been to a sushi. Well, that's not true. When I was in college, we had art club, and they would go like to do sushi and bowling as like a thing. But I don't think I never had sushi. I've always been hesitant to eat sushi. But I'm just also not a big seafood person in general. Oh, you lived there for 2 years? I did not know that. That's awesome. I assume you enjoyed being living there for a bit. I've heard very good things about living in Japan. Can I even blow that? No, I have to. Okay, right, I have to do this. And then go like this. The blowing is so weird. Like, why? What? When you think of Donkey Kong, why would you think his power is blowing things? It's just such a weird, like, if this was Kirby, okay, sure. But it's just such a weird thematic choice. Not even just, like, technically in terms of, obviously, needing a microphone, but, like, he's a monkey. Monkeys don't blow. Sega Arcade? That's very cool. We had, what was the thing I had? There's a thing that is near us that is it's called a crunch wrap. Which is basically like, I don't want to say it's like a, it's not like, the outer coating is not like a mozzarella stick. It's not breaded like that. It's more like, it's not like an egg roll either, but like it's got this outer coating stuff, but the inside is either, the options are banana pepper, buffalo chicken, or macaroni and cheese, which the macaroni and cheese one is just weird for me personally. I think that's too many carbs. But it's like, it's one of those things, right? And it's pretty, it's not bad. I mean, I'm sure you've had something similar to that, like with buffalo chicken, at least. Does it have anything good? Not really. I need a barrel. Or a heart. Either one of those things would be good. Or I can just finish the level. That also works. Very, very much so. I don't know if I did. I mean, I like chicken wings a lot. I hate to just go with chicken wings. But I mean, I do like them a lot. I used to like soft pretzels too. I guess I would go with, I mean, mozzarella sticks are very good. I guess can I just say all of them? Everything. This is the level I was thinking of, by the way. This level. Which I guess is not the octopus level. But I thought the octopus comes back in this one. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess it is a hash brown-like texture would be correct. But it's not a hash brown, per se. Like, because it's thicker. It's like a tube. It's like a, it's not like a hash brown. Hash browns are flat. Oh my god. Oh my god, the game is not in at 60 FPS. We're not getting into this. I maintain my position that people are too weird about frame rates. That people act like if it's not a certain frame rate, it's unplayable, and I think that's ridiculous. And you're just, and even though you don't actually think that, you're proving my point because you're fixating on that. The fact that you're fixating on frame rate, like, I never said it doesn't look better to some people. Not to me. I don't think it makes a difference. I think it's too uncanny, personally. I think it's got too much to it. Well, I'm not going to say there's no difference. 100%, yeah, obviously there's a difference. But I think people are just, like, too weird when it comes to frame rates. Oh my god! This is why this level sucks. Well, I mean, I guess the thing is, like, again, I've only ever really stuck with Nintendo consoles mostly. If you're used to higher frame rates, okay, sure, you know, I can get why a lower frame rate might come across as odd, but to me it's the exact opposite. To me, when I see a Link Between Worlds, I think that this looks really hideous because why is Link moving so weirdly? Because I'm not used to it. It just has, and it has this uncanny valley effect, right? Where it's a little bit too smooth, too realistic, and because of that, it just looks fake. Oh, okay, that's what. Okay, right, that's what that did. Well, and this is the thing, like, I care more about smooth frame rate, or consistent frame rate, than, like, high frame rate, personally. Also, hey, Mr. L. Or anyone else I didn't say hi to, hi. I've been focusing on not dying here. Where is Diddy Kong? Well, that was great. Okay, at least I got the checkpoint. This is definitely the hardest level, I think, up until this point, for sure. There's Diddy Kong. Damn it! Mod. But the thing with the frame rate is it doesn't actually make the game any faster. It's all just the animations. It's the frame rate doesn't actually make the game faster. It just makes the animations. It's frames per second. It's literally just how many animated frames there are per second. It doesn't actually speed the game up. It's all just perception, if anything. Can I even... I don't think you can get there fast enough. But see, I don't see it as a smoothness thing. Smoothness to me would be whether or not the frames are consistent, right? If you're 30 frames per second, it's still going to be as smooth as 60 frames per second in terms of the animation being smooth, because there's no stopping or jitteriness between it. Well, blame Eric. He's such a mean person because he comes into my streams and is like, hey, this topic that I know is going to annoy Mega to talk about, I'm going to annoy Mega to talk about it. This section sucks. This section sucks balls. Because I don't think you have time to do that crab. Cheese curds. No, I don't. I mean, I think you can maybe. The problem is that crab. I'm not cheating. Did they all go? Did they go out of business, or you mean just going there in general? Oh my lord! I need to focus. It might be, but like, you know what, Zany, now that you mention that, I guess it probably is, but it's such a bad, forgettable song that I never ever realized it was. I think Northern Hemisphere is probably the worst song in all of Donkey Kong, just because it's such a nothing song. It barely is a song. Oh god. Okay, first try. What? That is bullshit. I call baloney on that. Why am I even going for the letters? I missed the K. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Ah! I hate this level. This level is definitely the worst level so far. And imagine doing this two-player. This would be horrible two-player. No, this is the worst level in the game for sure. Because it's too tight. The difficulty bump is just too high. Like, for this early in the game, it's so weird to have this level be this hard. Okay. Fucking A! I hate this this level? It just feels so out of place compared to everything else before it, and it feels like it's on par with some of the temple levels. Okay, that is bullshit. The wave was gone. I will say some of the hitboxes in this are a little... I know it's probably because Donkey Kong is so heavy, but it's... they feel a little off, which is interesting because people have said they feel like Ukulele Impossible Lair has bad hitboxes, and if it does, it's no different than Returns. Honestly, with some of the stuff I'm getting hit by that I shouldn't be getting hit by. You kind of have to rush too much on this level because you have to get to that spot. Oh my god, that should not have been so hard. Yeah, what Salah said. It's a 2D platform. You have to play flashy and fast. Zane, did you play this with Summer multi co-op? Because I feel like this game is like hard as balls co-op. Did I skip the cutscene? Because I didn't mean to. Hang on. I didn't want to skip the cutscene. I don't know if I did, but... Did you enjoy Tropical Freeze co-op, or did you enjoy it less? Okay, I didn't skip it. I skipped literally the loading. So yeah, we went from this weird mud beast to just crabs. Can crabs even eat bananas? Okay. Yeah, the bosses in this game are definitely not as hard as Tropical Freeze. Hey, thank you so much for the host. I can't see who the host notification is because of Kindle, but I really do appreciate it. And if someone wants to tell me who hosted, I will shout them out. Okay, there's one down. These are kind of dumb bosses, honestly. Like, very much so. I think this is all just part one, if I remember correctly. Do I have to like land on him and ground pound him? Okay, that's what you need to do. How long is this boss? Like, it's not hard, but how long is it? Alright, no problem, Summer. What did I... Omega, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? This is way more than 9 hits. This is like a bajillion hits. What am I doing wrong? Hey, Ziploc. Well, I meant with the co-op more so. I think Tropical Freeze is harder than Returns personally, but again, this is why I'm replaying it partly. Because I'm sure I haven't played this game in forever. Alright, there we go with World 2 done. Alright, we're on the ruins. I think I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. And when I get back, Wonky Waterway. Be right back, guys. 2 minutes. back. I think this is the point of the game where I completely forget any of the levels, honestly. I really don't remember much about this game. I guess you could argue I don't remember much about Tropical Freeze, but I feel like its worlds stand out more for me. Because Tropical Freeze has, I mean, I guess it has beach, safari.
What do you know about adventuring? You flee but an old ape, yelled Donkey Kong, edging closer and closer, braving Cranky's cane until he was totally in his face. I am sick and tired of hearing about your boring single-screen adventures. Diddy's in trouble, my banana horde is gone and I am going to get them all back.
Is this the Donkey Kong adventure book? I had one of those Donkey Kong Country. There was like a storybook for 2 and I think one for 3 as well. Did anyone remember the Scholastic book fairs? Does anyone remember those? Like that was a big thing back in the day for me at least. Is you go there to Scholastic Book Fair and be like, oh my god, look at all this stuff they have. I mean, a lot of the books weren't that great, but like it was like the highlight of the school year was whenever like they would have them come and fill in the cafeteria, and it was like, this is the best thing ever to get all these books to look, and it was like kid shopping basically. And of course you were allowed to get money for that because it's like, well, it's books. Books are good. Books are good. Oh, wow. Oh, well. Not getting that puzzle piece. But anyway, I mean, I guess most of Tropical Freeze's levels are also, like, generic levels, to be fair. But they have a fruit factory, and that's really what I remember. And also Frozen Donkey Kong Island. I feel like for this game it's fine because, again, it is kind of a pseudo-remake. Because when this game came out in 2009, the last Donkey Kong Country would have been 1996? And I mean, I know there was DK64, there was other Donkey Kong games, like King of Swing and Jungle Beat and stuff like that. But this was it had been a long time since we had a traditional Donkey Kong Country game. So I get wanting to redo aspects of it. Because the Wii era was... Here's what I was thinking of the other day, right? The Wii era was so big on reboots and bringing back old series that had been kind of forgotten. And I appreciated that era within reason. You know, I thought some of that stuff was great to see the reboots. But then you had... now you have this era, where the era is like, instead of rebooting franchises, they just re-release the same game over. And I think that's really why remakes annoy me so much, is I really appreciate the Wii era. And like, you could argue that this game is a remake of the first Donkey Kong Country in some respects. You could make that argument. But if it is a full-on reimagining remake. Versus, you know, now the idea is I want to see a remake, or I want to see a re-release of Banjo-Kazooie instead of, you know what, like a new Banjo-Kazooie? Like, why is that the default for people now? Why is the default always, I just want to see this game I've already played re-released? Like, I just don't understand, and I think part of the shift is because of game developers making more re-releases and people just expecting that now. But like, I feel like you should always want the best case scenario. That's how you negotiate, right? When it comes to negotiation, you don't negotiate with the lowest aspect. You always negotiate for the highest. You negotiate higher to get what you actually want, right? When you look at like cartoons and stuff, like Animaniacs, they would put in jokes. This is a whole practice to get past like the censors. They would put in jokes that were a little bit racy, because their thought was, well, that's going to be canceled, but that's fine because the jokes we actually want won't be like targeted, because a lot of the ratings boards in general, their mentality was we have to find something. So give them something to find so that what you actually want doesn't get like unfairly targeted. In some cases, that resulted in jokes that were probably a little bit too racy, getting in for whatever reason. I think South Park movie also had this happen as well. The South Park movie, they did some jokes that they didn't expect to actually get approved on. But that's the whole thing, is you always want to have your expectations be within reason. There are definitely some fans that expect way too much. But like I feel like it's almost like fans, just because we're used to remakes being the default now, that's just assumed to be what we should want. Like, but like, why not just want a new version of the series? Like, I don't understand why remake is the default. You can just play the original game. Really? I want the O. Good night, everybody. Give me the bird. I would, but the censors won't allow it. Do you remember, guys? Animaniacs Reboot came out last year. I feel like so much happened last year. Like, even though it just happened recently, like the other day I was thinking, oh yeah, that was actually a thing that happened. I forgot that I watched it because there's just so much going on. During the Christmas time, they had a store-like thing where you could buy... Yeah, no, I remember this too. Something like that, too. Yeah, I love little things like that. Mostly, like, it was more like elementary or middle school, but I love little stuff like that. Like, I fondly remember that. And we also had, well, high school did have, there was like this, we had like a school store. I don't know if anyone else had this, and you could like buy school supplies like pencils. Which, first off, like that's the biggest ripoff, right? Pay the school for your pencils that you forgot or stuff like that. But they also had snacks, and like that is the dumb. Like, you know, you can complain about schools being too heavy-handed on what kids eat, but like our school would literally like sell, like allow you to go and buy like gummies and cheese nips and stuff like that, and it's like, you wonder why people gain weight. It's because you have a school store that allows you to just sell Cheez-Its and stuff like that as snacks between class. So you can just, between class or before class, go and buy this crap. And then you have like colleges. I don't know what I was doing there. At our college, we had a whole thing where you could, you could put funds on your student ID card and basically use it like a credit card. So, like, I think I got money back and it just all went on my student ID card, and it was a lot of money. And me being the dumbass college kid, like, the vending machines had, Kit Kat bars and stuff that you could just buy in vending machines. So you could imagine, like I probably spent like maybe something like $100 on Kit Kat bars. Don't do that. It's a very bad idea. Also, I like Kit Kat bars, but they're very bad for you. I will never pretend that Kit Kat bars are healthy, because they're not, but they're very delicious. They also had like a meal plan, right? So you only had so many you could have so many meals on your meal plan. But then see, our college had like most of the restaurants. So you had the regular student mess hall, right? But that was only open till 6 p.m. Eastern. And you had it for breakfast, and you had it for up until dinner time, basically. But the other things that they had were Taco Bell Express, Pizza Hut Express, Friendly's Express, KFC Express, and then 2 like custom student-owned sections that were like, they were like I think by the time I left, one of them got closed down. I think because of health violations. But like they would have like wings and stuff, and they would have like specials and stuff. But they were like just I say student owned, but they were like just like custom. They didn't have like a name. They weren't like a fast food chain or anything. But like those ones were open later, like 11, and then you had like and or at least like later than the banquet hall, which was a buffet, by the way. So so you had that you could go to. So you would go there, and then on top of that, they had a Chinese restaurant downtown that people would go like in a food cart. Like you just had a lot of aspects of. You wonder why people gain weight, because you have all this fast food that they can eat. So if you have multiple meals, if someone wanted to, they could have like multiple meals per day. And you could also trade meals too. So like I would have like if friends didn't eat much, they would be like, well, I'll let you use my card and get this meal so that we could and you know, like it was a whole thing. But yeah, buffets, like the buffet for the college, like being the main thing, it's just such a bad idea. Because the thing is, the mentality, if you're at a buffet, right, your mentality is usually going to be, well, I want to make the most of this buffet. I want to use all of the food or eat all the food that I can, otherwise I'm not getting my money's worth. Granted, you weren't really paying real money, you were, but you weren't in the case of this. But it's a weird thing, honestly. Now, I did lose. I lost weight after college. Like, after I was out of college, I was able to lose weight. I gained weight back, but I'm not working towards. I gained weight back because of, I went from, like, riding my bike to work to not changing my diet, and that's what screwed me up, right? Like, I was eating more with the expectation of riding my bike to work, but that wasn't the thing I was doing anymore, so... You want to know what the biggest waste of money, or the biggest joke is in schools? Books. Books are the biggest scam when it comes to schools. Like, don't buy school books. They're such a waste of money. Oh my lord. Timing on this one. One person bought $30 worth of their parents' money, so they shut it down. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because that's how it was in high school for us. I mean, I eventually, like, I think for the first semester I had, like, my books paid for. And then the second semester I just didn't buy the books. But I also didn't, like... I think for a lot of the classes I didn't even like get like PDFs or anything. I just didn't even need the books because like here's the thing that's dumb, right? Like the point about like a lot of the classes didn't even make you like do assignments in the books. It was just like a case of it was just a case of like you mostly just to buy the book just to make the school money. But most of the school books, like if you pay attention during class, you didn't need them for at least for our classes. On top of that, there was one class that had this guy who the school book was a binder that because he was making his own book, but it was a binder of loose papers that he was charging you to have to buy, which is ridiculous in my opinion. Like, if you want me to buy your book, okay, that's one thing, but you're literally making me buy a binder full of papers. It just felt like such a ripoff. But yeah, our school store had, like, in college at least, had, like, actual entertainment stuff and like that. Because we were in it was a more rural area. Like, it wasn't a college. It was a college town, but it wasn't, like, a big city thing or anything like that. You had like not much to do. I think I said this before. I went on the shuttle. There's a shuttle service that went to like the local Walmart, and it had like or Plaza. It had like GameStop and stuff too. But like I went there and would get like I remember distinctly going there and getting Bowser's Inside Story via that, as well as getting Sonic Chronicles via that, and that would be like my my game for the because I was like 2 hours away from home. Like I was on campus, like far away from home. Well, far-ish way out from home. And then eventually my game got like I think in like the later years I would like mail stuff from to the college basically, which like I think I've said before I went on a whole eBay kick, so I would have like stuff from eBay being sent to the college, and just picking that up. Like I know at one point I ordered Dr. Mario 64 from eBay, and I just got that via mail in college.